Okay. Mic check 1 2 1 2. I am the Y2K collector, and I am back with a quick midweek pickup video. And I'm just doing this because GameStop is having a 50% off clearance sale, and you can get games as cheap as $2. So I'm going to run through with you real quick all of the games that I was able to pick up while I was there. And then I'll also talk about some retro games that I got and what I'm seeing with the retro game prices. But I don't want to do too much jabbering and blabbering. Let's dive right in. So first up is Balan Wonderworld. You can pick this up on clearance at GameStop right now. Next up is a cool one that I liked here, Curved Space on the Xbox. So another pretty cool Xbox pickup there. And then Re-Reckoning on the Xbox One. I think I have this on the Switch, but saw it. I mean, these games are so cheap, I figured I'd go ahead and snag that one. I grabbed those. And then also on the Xbox, they had Blasphemous. I've already talked ad nauseum about how much I like this game. And then they also had on Xbox Kays and the Wild Masks on the Xbox One. So a bunch of Xbox pickups there. Then also had some PS4 grabs. I was really stoked about these. And these came complete in box with all the extras as well. So first up we have Alex Kidd on the PS4. Came with the keychain and the booklet and everything. Then you have Hotline Miami and Hotline Miami 2. Both discs and the manual. Then another cool one that I really am glad I've gotten. I started playing this. The controls are really tight. I like it. Skull. I have this on the GameCube, but they had it on PS4. And it was clearance, so I went ahead and grabbed that. And then last but not least, I was shocked to see this one on clearance, but this is Metal Max Xeno Reborn. I actually have Metal Max Xeno on the Vita as well as the PS4, the first one. Pretty cool RPG. All right, so I mean, definitely I would recommend checking out GameStop and going and picking up what you can there. Really good deal. Then was able to snag this beauty online for pretty cheap. I think this was about $8. That was Castlevania Lord of Shadows. This is in like new condition. I don't think they ever really used it. It has all the inserts, the manual, both discs. Really good condition. I really don't think it was ever played. And then now we'll just shift into some of the retro stuff. So I'm just going to talk real quick about what I'm seeing in the retro market. It's that, you know, if you go to the retro game stores, they're going to try and charge you an arm and a leg. They're really going to charge you probably more than what you're going to find on eBay. What I'm seeing on eBay and Mercari is that some of the prices are coming down, but I'm not seeing too much fluctuation in that mid-tier of games. And I say that those will be the games that are like around the between $40 and $60. Games that are in that price range are pretty steady. There's really not a whole lot of movement there. But I'm also seeing where certain really rare games are still pushing high prices just because of how rare they are. And you know, one thing that I don't hear folks talk about enough of when talking about these games is, you know, condition plays a huge factor for certain people when it comes to the retro games that they'll buy. Some people aren't as picky, you know, and it all depends on where you're buying it. Obviously, if you're paying $3 at a garage sale, you're really not going to care what condition it's in, especially if it's a rare game. But if it's a game that, you know, you're paying a little bit more for, that's where things like condition come into it. And you know, all these factors really kind of weigh in. So I would just say, you know, my motto has never really changed. If you buy the games that you enjoy and you buy the games that you like, you'll never regret what you buy. If you're just buying stuff to buy it, then, you know, you're really not going to have a whole lot of fun, especially if you're paying top dollar. All right, with all that being said, I'm going to dive into some retro games that I picked up. And again, condition is everything. So I'll start off with Sega CD pickup, Mickey Mania on the Sega CD. So this was a game that I had my eye on for a while. This was one of the first games that I wanted to get on the Sega CD, and I know it's like hovering in and out of focus there. I'll stop moving it around. But I was able to find this online. I had some Credit Armor Curry, so added it up and was able to get this at a decent price. But again, more than anything else, it's just the condition of the game, and I'm gonna set it down so I can open it up here without breaking it. Let's see. So I mean, if you look at it here, just open it up, like the manual's just super crispy. I don't know if anyone's ever even touched that manual. And then the game itself is, you know, extra clean. And then of course it's just when you open the manual up, all the pages are just like super clean. So that's a big deal for me, and I felt like I got a good deal on that. And then gonna just run through some Sega Genesis stuff real quick. So I'm first gonna go through a huge Sega lot that I was able to pick up, and then I'll talk about a couple Sega games that I was able to get on trade by visiting a local retro game store. So let's talk about the lot first. So in the Sega lot, I was able to pick up Sonic 1, 2, and 3, all in great condition. So here you've got the Sonic the Hedgehog 1. These came with all of the inserts, all of the posters, and all of the hang tabs rather. So you had Sonic 1 there. In that lot, you also had Sonic 2. And you've seen some footage of me opening the box in prior videos. I just haven't shown these, I don't think, in a video, but all of these are like minty fresh. And then also Sonic 3, of course. Again, all minty fresh with the hang tabs. All of the posters are there on the inside. The registration cards. I mean, when I opened this, it was like nostalgia blast from the past. So those were a part of it. Then also you had X-Men, the first one. This has everything in it, including that cool X-Men poster. So that's also in here with all the manual inserts and registration cards. I mean, I don't know. I think they just tucked this stuff in a box for 30 years and like forgot about it. This one I was so stoked to have. So Captain America and the Avengers. This is an amazing and very fun game. Kind of like an arcade style beat 'em up game. I used to play this with my cousins all the time. I'll be talking about this in my nostalgia series, but yeah, Captain America and the Avengers. Okay, and then also, let's see, Demolition Man. Who could forget Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes? This is actually a really sick game. Reminds me of Hunt Down. Well, I guess, you know, vice versa. But anyway, really great game. Sylvester Stallone there. So these were really two cool games that I picked up at actually, before I get into these, let me just finish the games that came in that bundle. So in that bundle, they also had like a near mint copy of Vector Man for the Sega Genesis. Now, they still left the plastic, like the original plastic on the box. I just got one of these plastic protectors so that I wouldn't damage the box, but this has everything in it. And Vector Man is a classic Sega game. I had that as a kid. Also in that bundle, I don't have a 32X at all, so I'm not going to be able to play this right now. But it did come with Virtual Racing, again, near mint. It's like they opened this, played it once, and then just put it right back in the box. So Virtual Racing was a part of that bundle. What else was in that? Then you had X-Men 2, complete in box again. I just threw all of these cardboard boxes. I just bought a plastic cover and just threw them in there just to keep them safe. But this, so many memories playing this with my cousins. And then The Adventures of Batman and Robin, again, complete in box. This one I don't really remember playing as a kid too much, but I just watched some footage of it and was really stoked to be able to get this. So can't wait to dive in. All right, and then last but not least, there is a retro game store that is not too far from me, and I usually go to them for some trades, and I happened to drive by there this week and was able to trade in just a bunch of stuff that I wasn't going to use, like an old Genesis, some Game Boy Advance games, some PS3 sports games, some PS4 sports games, and really traded all that in for two games. First one being Ariel, the Mermaid. The Little Mermaid for Sega Genesis. Let me get that in focus there. All right, so got the Little Mermaid on the Sega Genesis. This is a classic. Do not sleep on these Disney games on the Sega Genesis. The next one I have my eye on is Pocahontas. I want to find that. But yeah, this is a complete in box, good condition. Pick that up from the retro game store. And then they also had classic copy of Zombies Ate My Neighbors. So I've never really been too into this game, but I saw it and there really wasn't much of anything else there that I wanted to trade for. So I just grabbed Zombies Ate My Neighbors because I've heard a lot about this game, and so I figured, why not? This might be something that I would enjoy and really just, might want to try out. So adding it to my Sega collection that I started, I guess. And that does it for the midweek pickups. I know I kind of went through those pretty quickly, but like I said, seeing a lot of things happening out there in the collecting market, the economy is definitely having an impact. So I definitely foresee people slowing down when it comes to buying a lot of the common games, but I do not expect to see much of a difference when it comes to those really rare games or those really rare consoles and systems. So let me know what you think and let me know what you're seeing out there. Again, my name is the Y2K Collector. You guys take it easy.